Are we actually live? Seem to be having some problems going live. Yes, we are live. Woohoo! Hello, hello, welcome. I'm Julie from Do Business Like a Woman. Today, we're talking about how to revive a dead Facebook group and how you can get 100 leads in 30 days. So I'm super excited for this topic because this is a game changer, right? If you have a dead Facebook group, if you've been posting and really struggling to get anyone to engage, this is going to change your business. It's going to be so helpful. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I did to revive this group after a year, longer than a year in fact, of not doing anything with the group, not really being present. I was doing other things. I took a detour in my business. And about 3 months ago, I decided to relaunch this group, revive it, have it be my main community again, in which to serve, support you guys, give you lots of value and free training, but also to connect with clients and bring on some clients. And that is exactly what I've done. So I'm going to teach you how to do the same. So give me a hello in the comments if you're on replay. It's a hashtag replay in the comments. If you're here live, give me a hello. I love it when people are here live and we get to be together and share energy. So tell me, do you have a Facebook group? I want to know how many of you here have a group. So, maybe you have a group, you've had it for a while, it's dead, you're like, what the hell do I do with this group? I should just let it go, no one ever responds. Maybe you have said that you have the wrong people in there. I haven't got any of my ideal clients in there, I have the wrong audience. And it just feels like there are no clients in that group. They're the wrong people. And even if they're the right people, you cannot get them to engage. Who has experienced this? So in the comments, just let me know, do you have an old Facebook group? Put old group. Or do you have a new group that you're trying to get going? Put new group. Or perhaps you haven't got one at all and put no group if that's the case, and you're just figuring out, is it worth creating one? What's the deal? And so the strategy I am going to teach you today will work for all of those scenarios, whether you've got an old group that needs reviving, a new group that you're getting going, or indeed you're considering starting one. Hopefully by the end of this training, you will be sold on that idea of creating a community of buyers. And I love to do it in a Facebook group. But what we're really focusing on today is the strategy that you can use to revive an existing Facebook group. But the truth is it works for all those three scenarios, okay? So let me know in the comments which one applies to you. Definitely stay till the end, because as well as giving you the strategy, and I've got a step-by-step 5-step strategy for you to revive your group, get engagement and make sales. So it's all part of how you turn browsers into buyers. But I've also got a freebie for you, along with some templates that's really going to help you with this. And I'm going to talk about that at the end. So make sure you stay on till the end and you get the full strategy and you get the details of the freebie as well. So with that said, I hope you've had a great week so far. And what I'm going to be teaching you today is just a snippet of what we've been doing in my mini program, my 60-day sprint, Turn Browsers into Buyers, which we have a group of lovely ladies who are doing this together. And not just this, but we are doing so much more. But they are using that 60-day sprint to get out there, get visible, dial in their messaging, and work a proven process to actually make weekly sales and get clients. And they're going live and they're creating a community of buyers, and the exact steps for turning browsers into buyers. And we've had so many wins inside of that little group already, with people going live who weren't going live before, people posting who weren't posting before, but also people bringing on clients, selling out their trust building offers. One lady sold 22 into her trust building offer. Another lady sold 14 people into her trust building offer. A brand new coach brought on a high ticket client who paid, I think it was like €1,200 to work with her. So we've got lots going on. And then, I myself have used the strategy that I'm sharing with you today to revive this group, sell my trust building offer, and bring on coaching clients and revive that arm of my business that I had not done anything with. I hadn't promoted for like 18 months. I'd gone off and I was doing behind the scenes, supporting other more established brands and coaches with their sales funnels behind the scenes. And so it absolutely works, and it's very, very powerful. But you do need the right strategy, because as you will have seen, if you're just posting in a Facebook group, nothing's going to happen, right? And I've seen this over and over, and my heart goes out because I've been there too. And it's so frustrating when you're posting and you're like, what the F? Why is no one responding? Well, today is going to give you some insights into why that isn't working. And one of the reasons that isn't working is because there is, as you know, so much information out there at the moment. So many groups, and so many of them sound the same, and what used to work to engage people is not working anymore. So some of those engagement posts that you may have been taught to do in the past, where you just post the colored background and you try and get people to respond, is not working anymore, right? And you may have experienced this. I'm going to share what is working, but there is a specific way to do it, right? So that's what we're gonna delve into today. But if you've been posting and been like, what the hell's up, and you've been trying to give value in your group and just nothing is shifting, my heart goes out to you. There is a way to do this. Follow the steps diligently and you will see results, as proven by this group, as proven by some of my clients' groups, that they're also implementing this process and they're also getting results as well. So I want you to know, yes, it's possible. Facebook groups are not dead, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I want you to get about this. You don't need this massive Facebook group with thousands of people, and you don't need thousands of people interacting with your group or your posts or your work. Here's the truth. You probably only need around 20 clients, around 20 true fan clients. Now, we're talking people who love your work, they love what you do, they love being in your community, they can stay for the journey with you, they buy what you put out, they're in a progression pathway, right? And this is how you essentially create a sustainable business in today's marketplace. Because taking someone straight to high ticket is a very difficult thing to do, from Facebook groups straight to high ticket in today's marketplace. There are steps in between that need to happen in order for you to be able to make those sales. But you can absolutely bridge the gap. And that's what's really, really exciting. So, rest assured, this is a strategy that works beautifully for today. You only probably need a handful of clients, right? 10, 15, 20 clients. You can do that. If you're nearer the beginning, you might even start with a fewer, like less clients. But even if you need like 50 clients, you can absolutely do that. These are not huge numbers. We do not need to set the world on fire. And I'm the first one to say, I don't always have the best reach on my own content, right? I'm really open about this. Like, I'm working on my own visibility. Point is, you do not have to be perfect to get clients, to make weekly sales, to increase your income to what you want to earn. If you want this to be your full-time thing, if you want your 5K months, hey, maybe for you right now, having consistent 3 to 4K months through your business and having this be your full-time thing and working from home, maybe that's the win, right? And getting that consistent. Maybe it's the 5K months, 7K months, 10K months, whatever it is, the figures don't matter. The process is the same. But we are in a very, very different marketplace. And I've seen this over and over, both in my own business, that of my clients, but also even with the bigger coaches that I support, the more established. We are changing their funnel. We're working with trust building because we are, as you have heard, I'm sure, we're in a trust recession. So people are not buying in the way they used to be. It's okay when you do what I share with you and turn browsers into buyers. We've got this. We're all over this. And I'm excited for the future because I can see where this can go. It's a much more fun way to work, less burnout. It's more sustainable. So get on this early because you want to be ahead of the curve. We don't want to be sticking and clinging to the old model of doing business and wondering why the hell it isn't working and then not hitting those income goals, okay? So I wanted to just give you assurance, hope, belief that yes, you absolutely can have a viable business in today's marketplace. It doesn't have to kill you. It doesn't have to burn you out. In fact, in some ways, I think it's a bit easier than the sort of straight to high ticket live launch methods that we used to use. By the way, live launches still work really well. They have a place in this whole thing. But again, it's very strategic, and we're not going to spend all this time getting ourselves exhausted on 10-day launches and then not getting the results that you want. So what I'm doing with my clients inside of Turn Browsers into Buyers, which by the way, is still only £97 for the whole 60 days, and that's only through the end of this week, and then the price is going up a little bit. So if you've been thinking about that, definitely get in this week. Come join us. But what I'm doing with my clients in there is helping them set the foundations up for this new marketplace, and they're working the system so that they can make the money into the future. So they are making sales now, yes, but they're going to make the money into the future, going to have the sustainable business. They're building that trust. They're filling their pipeline with people, so they have plenty of people always to talk to, and they're really working on those relationships because we are in a trust recession. Trust is where it's at. Relationships is where it's at. We love AI. We love that we can bring in AI and it can help us and support us, but we are not going fully automated and hands off here. We are leaning in to what has always made business work, which is connection, which is relationship, which is service. And we're doing it in a really efficient, effective way. This is the fastest path, in my view, and what I've seen work in the marketplace if you want to stop wasting time and money and effort. So that's what I have to say about that. Now, let's talk about what you need to do to revive your Facebook group. So first of all, I do want you to have a Facebook group. I want every one of you to have a community, because with AI coming in, one thing it cannot do is replicate communities. So you building your own brand and your own community of people, they're going to stick around for the community, not just for you and the result you bring. And you can do that right inside of a Facebook group. So super powerful. When everyone's saying Facebook groups are dead and they're going the other way, this is what we do, and you see how powerful this business asset is going to be. So we want to build community and we want to build relationships. Now then, let's talk about this strategy. First and foremost, if you are like me and you have a group and you haven't been doing much with it and you feel like, oh my God, maybe you feel a bit sheepish and you feel like you have to sort of explain your absence, right? Who's felt that? Just let me know in the comments if you felt any of that, like, oh my God, what must they think of me? They must think that I'm not committed to this. Do I have to tell them where I've been? I get that. That really held me back for quite a long time from relaunching my own Facebook group, my own business here. And what got me over that was a mentor of mine, Megan, saying, Julie, you don't have to explain your absence. She said, just pick up and get on with it. Pick up where you left off and get on with it. You do not have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't. You can just go into your group and start posting. And that's what I did. And you know what, like if you want to share a bit of your story, where you've been, you can do that, but there's no need. You don't owe anyone anything. And there is this saying that I've heard, that amateurs start over and over again, professionals pick up where they left off. So amateurs start over and over again, professionals pick up where they left off. So be a professional, go in there, own it, it's your group, it's your room, right? Go in there and you just start posting. That first post will be the most awkward, right? You're going to be afraid of judgment. What are they thinking? Are they all going to leave? That's mindset stuff. We just got to get over that, right? So that first post is going to be the most difficult. If you go and post today, do it now. Open up your group, start writing the first post. Do it as soon as you come off this live, because it's just getting yourself over that, stopping that overthinking and getting the post out there. So if I can do you one favor today, let me get you to do that post, right? We're not going to hide, or maybe you have been posting a bit and there's just not much engagement going on. Either way, get up in there, post, right? We want to get that energy going. So that's step number one, is you're going to make your first post. Step number two is you are going to commit to doing a live every week in your group, but not just any old live. This is where the strategy comes in, because maybe you're going to say, well, Julie, I've been going live. It doesn't get any results. It doesn't get any engagement. I hear you. This is about commitment, but here's the strategy, right? This is going to work with the other steps that I'm going to teach you here. And it also works with the whole process, which is very simple, actually, very easy to do, that I teach you inside of Turn Browsers into Buyers, the 60-day sprint. Because you are going to be creating a dream client list that you're going to be working, you're going to be connecting with those people, and these will be the same people who are also in your Facebook group. So when you do this, they will start interacting on your lives. They will, I promise you. They do on mine. Now, it's a little bit slow at first, but keep going, because you've got to show that you're reliable, right? We have to be the ones to show up first. We cannot expect our audience to engage when we're like, oh, I don't know, like, why should I put all this energy in, and they're not engaging? We bring the energy. This is our community. We bring it. We get to bring it. It's exciting. So when you work it as a whole, and you do your live stream every week, but you do it in this certain way that I'm going to teach you, you will get engagement. Now look, you need to pick. This is where having a finger on the pulse with your audience and your people is so important. And it's why if somebody really has hit a dead end, I often get them to reconnect in with their market and their people by doing market research calls and actually getting on Zoom with people and talking to the people, because it's a two-way conversation. We have to have our finger on the pulse of like what's going on with our clients, like with your people. And what can happen is we become disconnected. Who has ever felt that way? I know I have. From my group, at points I felt really disconnected. And certainly when I didn't post for that year and a half, I felt really disconnected, but that was something that started inside of me. And then I was kind of externalizing that with the group. Our job, we get to connect back in. As business owners, it's our job to figure out, what do your audience want to hear? What are the hooks that is actually going to get them to show up live? So much of it can be the title of your Facebook Live, right? If we're not hitting the mark with that, no one's gonna watch, no one's gonna show up, no one's gonna watch the replay because we're missing with our messaging, right? We have not got our finger on the pulse. We don't know what they want to hear from us. And so we're missing the mark. So much of it has to do with that hook, stopping the scroll. You have to be on point, but the messaging has to be so much more dialed in than it was like even a year ago, 2 years ago. They need to understand what's different about you, why what they're doing isn't working, right? Why you've got something different. Now, don't let this intimidate you. This is stuff I support you with inside of Turn Browsers into Buyers. Definitely come on in, right? You're going to want to get this messaging dialed in. So important. But you're live, you're going to pick a hook based on the problem your people have told you they have, and your copy, your description is also going to be based on that. So it has to be that really juicy copy that's going to entice people in. Nothing fancy. When you go live, it can't be fluff, right? You've got to be that connection. You've got to give value. I do these lives as mini trainings. I do them and I give genuine value. Just like I'm doing today, I'm telling you the steps to revive your dead Facebook group. This is true value. This could be paid for, right? You want to do the same, your own version, when you do your lives. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments. What questions do you have? Because I'm happy to answer them. But we want to do that live training every week. We want to get in the habit of it. Don't overthink it. It does not need to be this big deal where you prepare for ages and it's this big drag. It gets to be fun. It gets to be pleasurable. But look, every business has a core piece of content that they create every week. This is exciting. This is good news. We can fall in love with this. And you need to learn how to actually sell on your live streams as well. But that can come later. First, we got to get you in the habit of going live, because this is how you revive your Facebook group. So same time every week, and you want to post your event. You want to invite everyone in the group, pin the post, start a discussion, and then you want to get up in the DMs and tell people about it. You do a poll in your group as well and ask them what training they want from you. And then you create that training, and then you literally tag the people who said they wanted that training. Okay, so that's what you do. So that was step number 2. So step number 1 was just make your first post if you haven't been. Step number 2 is you're going to commit to going live at the same time every week and doing your weekly live core piece of content. Step number 3 is you're going to start building your dream client list. So you're going to make a list, and I teach this, how to do this inside of Turn Browsers into Buyers. So come on over, learn that. If you are interested, send me a DM. And you're going to make a list of potential people you'd love to work with. This is so important in today's market. We cannot be passive. If you want to sit back and hope that people come to you, good luck with that. It will not be very effective. So we definitely want to create that list of prospects, people we'd love to work with. We're going to reach out. We're going to connect with them. Because remember, you connecting up in the DMs makes them, they're going to see more of your posts in the group as well. So it all works together. Step number 4 is you are going to post daily content that your audience wants. Now, again, this doesn't need to be this big, like, oh my God, I'm going to burn out, I have to write all these posts. No, it might just be a colored background. You might create an authority post, which I taught you how to do last week in last week's training. But some kind of content every week. Also, engagement posts, sharing posts, behind the scenes, sharing what you're up to, because you are building a personal brand. You are AI proofing your business. No one else can be you, right? So you're going to be sharing in the group as well, posting that daily content. And then number 5 is reaching out and DMing all of your members, working through one by one, letting them know you're, getting the group going again. Here's the valuable training that you're going to be offering. And you can ask them, is this something that you're still interested in? When I do this, I ask them, are you still actively building a business? It's how we do this, right? And so those are your 5 steps to revive a dev Facebook group. Basically, it's about reconnecting. Once you have some juice going in your Facebook group and you have some engagement going on, if people start posting, you've hit the mark, right? That's a sign of success, but you'll know as well because people will begin engaging. You'll see your engagement go up. People will begin raising their hands. When you start making sales, when you offer your trust building offer, when you offer your coaching, whatever it is that you're selling, you're consulting, and you start bringing some people in, you've got it working, right? And then we're just going to tweak and continue from there. So super exciting. Who is excited about this? Because it's easier than you think. There were just 5 steps there, but we have to do it. If we don't do it, it doesn't work. And so often we kind of half-heartedly do it. And I know that because I have totally been that person. And then we say, oh, my Facebook group's dead. There's no engagement. I get it. I really do. I've been that person too. But let's not do that. You can do this. Yes, you can. I can support you. Come into Turn Browsers into Buyers. You're going to love it. We're going to do this and so much more together. You bring the energy, right? And that's what we get to do. It's such a privilege. It's our mission, right? It's your mission. It's your heart work that you're going to share with the world. And we're going to start building your community of buyers, building your brand. You can do this, I promise. It just takes a couple of hours a day, a little bit of commitment, a little bit of support. And that's what we do in the community together, right? That's why having those other women that you're doing this with is so important. I have a freebie for you. I have this process mapped out with some templates for you for posts you can do in your Facebook group to revive it. It includes a clean sweep post that we're going to do, but you're not going to implement that until later on once you've done these other steps, because that's a little bit riskier. You want to make sure you do that when you've warmed up your Facebook group first. But I've got some templates of posts you can use in there, got some ideas for your lives, and it has the process in there. So if you would like that, comment freebie in the comments and I will get that over to you. You get to lead this community. You get to work this system. If you want to come learn the system with us and actually implement, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's the implementation that will get you there. Come join us in Turn Browsers into Buyers. It's still £97 for the whole 60-day sprint, and that is until the end of this week only. So you've got a couple of days left. If you have questions, hit me up in the DMs. I'm here for you. So excited because I love seeing the results the ladies get in there, and we're only ramping up from here. We have so much more to do. We have a visibility challenge coming up. I am super excited. But let me know how today's training was for you. Comment freebie if you want the accompanying freebie, which is obviously written out. And let's just summarize again. So first of all, you're not going to be ashamed. You're not going to worry or feel that you need to explain yourself. And then the 5 steps are: make your first post, commit to going live every week, same time, start building your dream client list, number 3. Number 4 is post content daily that your audience wants, and we want to focus on engagement content. And number 5 is start reaching out and DMing your members, finding out what they want and letting them know you're reviving your group. That's it. Go do it today. Do not hesitate. If you need support, reach out. Let's do this, ladies, because the world needs you and your business and your brand of magic. Lots of love. Bye for now.